Once more, here's Eckler. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
Straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
In the midst of a tumultuous 2021 season, the Las Vegas Raiders really turned to their quarterback, Derek Carr, to not only drive their offense, leading to career-high totals from the 8th-year passer and a nearly 5,000-yard season throwing the football, but also his leadership ability. He really grabbed that team and led them to the playoffs for the 2nd time in his career while coming out one of the toughest divisions in football.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Credit the sack to Jonathan Hankins.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Here's Renfro to return. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Carr to throw. Catch made, it's Moreau. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, Nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Here's Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Rolling to his right. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 23. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. On 1st down, Abdullah. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second and 5 now. Carr. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
A first down for Davante Adams in his first season with the Las Vegas Raiders. Over the previous 2 years in Green Bay, he led the NFL in receptions and touchdowns, and he's building off of a 123-catch, 1,500-yard season. Now, of course, in Raiders black and silver instead of Packers green and gold.
Carr now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This is swung out to Eckler. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. The return is Renfro. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Khalil Mack, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Carr. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Carr. They'll roll him out, thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now it's Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets...
Herbert has it knocked free. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. To throw again on second down. Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Again, Herbert finding Carter on the slant. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Hopkins' kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
So, all right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he returns this to the 22. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
A second down run for Abdullah. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And that's complete to Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Well, this looks like a roughing call. Okay, so roughing the passer, I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see quarterback taking an unnecessary. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, now Carr sliding out of the pocket. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it, fumble. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game. That has a chance to tighten up considerably.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Herbert now. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. It's Eckler again, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to float from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 41-yard line. To throw his Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take.
Touchdown, Raiders! Mac Hollins, 27 yards. And the Raiders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. On first down, it's Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Herbert on first down now. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, 5-yard line. Herbert here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. On first down, Justin Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett from 8 yards out. And the Chargers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Well, the Chargers are pointing, and they've got it. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Herbert to throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play, because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield, either jar it loose or get the ball back themselves? That's going to be key for them.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Carr to throw. Out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Carr going to throw here. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Las Vegas, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at EA Sports.